Okay, I am back. We'll see if anybody else ends up back with us. But we were able to make it to Zanesville. And now we're going to try to go the rest of the way to East Richmond. Got a fresh batch of cookies on board. And, yeah, we should be good to go. Get the tie downs and chocks out. Topped off the oil and the fuel already, so we should be ready to hop in and kind of get the party started. Yeah, just double checking. It's good. 5 quarts. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Don't need any primer strokes here, just 6 blades. Whoops, I think I accidentally got an extra blade in there. Alright, let's crack the throttle. Eggs coming on. Fuel is on. Hold the brakes. And here we go. Last time we flooded it. So it's nice if we get a good start here. And let it warm up for just a second. I've got the time slid back so that hopefully, if I get my chair right, hopefully we can have a nice sunset arrival into East Richmond. Anticipating, let's see. I need to update my, let's update my route here. So we're here in Zanesville, so KZZB. That's where we're going to start. We want to end at East Richmond, which is there's a strip down here, RID. East Richmond is no longer there, but RID. So we've got you know, a good 2.5 hours, 2 hours, depending on how we're doing. We're going to attempt to miss the Columbus, or sorry, the Dayton, and the Columbus airspaces. I don't know if we still have ATC on or not. Yeah, we do. So we need to make sure we're not cutting through there. And so, while we're going to try to fly the highway here, Interstate 70. It's done well for us. We know we can't quite fly it all the way through because it literally goes right through Dayton and Columbus. So, trying to look here to see if there is a different route that we could take. How about this? Let's go to Buckeye Lake. We should be able to find Buckeye Lake. You know, kind of paralleling the highway, but then at Buckeye Lake, we're going to make a turn. We're going to try to fly over Rickenbacker, which, you know, we should just go out over that just for the name by itself. And then when we hit Rickenbacker, then let's see, what would we do? I think what we would do is probably come back up here over Bolton Airfield, and then we'll pick the interstate up again here. We actually have 2 of these little sort of interstate highways that are going up, you know, towards this is Madison County. We could put that in. There's a lake right here that's helpful. And then we have Springfield. So we have the town of Springfield, we have the lake. And I actually think what we'll do is let's plan the lake. When we get to the lake again, then we're going to try to avoid the inner part of the Charlie here. So that would mean, like, we probably should go down here to Wright Patterson. Unless, do we have a We have a prohibited. Oh, that's drone stuff. Okay. All right, good deal. But if we hit right Patterson, we kind of make a straight shot towards Richmond Muni. Boy, it'd be nice if we. Gosh, it'd be nice if we had something like we have railroad tracks that kind of go down through here, don't we? But they just keep going out to the south. This last 37 miles, this could be this could be a challenge. Could be a challenge. We have to be below 2,400 here, and we have to be basically the same here. If we were to nip this, you know, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, just as long as we're below 25. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. No, all right, bud. Altimeter and weather here from Zanesville. It looks like we're 190 at 3, so really very light winds. Altimeter's 3000. Go ahead and update that here. Right about there. And I'm looking at about 900 feet. That's that checks. Okay, perfect. Where am I? I think I need to go back here. Yep. That was runway 22 that we came in on earlier. I think we might as well just hit 22. Be just fine. Again, this is an airport that obviously needs some scenery work, needs some love from the community here. But for now, what's this? I think I still have some tie downs on or something. Let's see. On, off. Am I stuck in the mud here? There we go. Interesting. Ooh, I think I'm still on 23. Nothing. Yep. Zanesville traffic. Cub November 11816 is on the taxi runway 22. Zanesville. Zanesville traffic. Red Cub 11816 will be departing 22. Right hand turnout to the east. VFR Zanesville. Alright. Final clear, no radio traffic. Runway is clear. Time to go flying. We're going to keep it low here, guys. Nothing going to be below. Like, I'm going to try to stay at about 2,000 feet if I can. You're lined up. Stick in the lap. A little rudder authority. Release the stick. Tail's flying. There's 50, so you get light. And we're flying. Pitching for 55. So I try to turn out to the right is clear. And away we go. 274 is that general course here, but I'm going to be looking for that interstate highway, which I think is just right there, to kind of come back and greet us. And then again, 2,000 feet will be just fine for us, or below. Actually, we can kind of scud run a little bit today. The clouds do look like it might be a good day to stay low anyway. Fresh made chocolate chip cookies. Very good, very good. Alright, 21 and a half. Should give us about 75. Yeah, and away we go. There's our highway. Beautiful. Stopwatch going here. Okay, this first leg, which is to Buckeye Lake, is going to be about 30 minutes. Well, hope you're doing well. Hope you got a good Saturday. We flew part of this leg earlier today. I got some towers to watch out for. But, of course, we're trying to recreate the route that the Buck boys flew in the famous book Flight of Passage. They flew from New Jersey to California. And we are trying to replicate that route to the best that we can. We are actually still on day one. This is the end of day one for them. They went from New Jersey to Indiana, to Richmond, Indiana. And it's taken us, well, 4 streams to get there. If we get there, I guess, tonight, but that's all right. Alright, I'd take that. 1,500 is just right. We're looking at Buckeye Lake. This is the classic Air Simulations J-3 Piper Cub. Just a wonderful, wonderful aircraft. Available on a couple different spots. I got mine off the Contrail. It's right around 17 bucks. So an extremely inexpensive add-on, but very high quality. They've updated it already a couple times. They've got plans for a bush tire variant and also a float plane variant. I don't know which one is planning on coming first, but it'd be kind of cool. Hear me munching on the cookies in the background there. Sorry about that. So this is the town of Zanesville. I'm not 100% sure what this river is. The Muskegum River, sorry. Listed on the sectional there. We made the stop here because we were running short on fuel and a little short on time earlier. Hey, Brett, welcome back. Yeah, I wanted to get to Indiana. I'm just like Kernahan. I want to get to Indiana, but welcome, dude. Just took off out of Zanesville. If you're interested, and anybody can fly along if they want to. KZZV is where we departed, and literally you can look back and probably hit it with a rock. 4 minutes out. Just admiring the town of Zanesville. You ever been to Zanesville? I'm not online. Did my connection not? Oh, I got bumped off. Okay. Thank you for telling me. I am now. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. Oh, but one thing I need to do is this. $22.80 is for Unicom traffic, and Indy Center $28,225. Just kind of monitor that. Ah, thank you, Brett. I actually don't know if I got bumped off or I just forgot to push connect. That might have been it. I was a little distracted with cookies. Oh, looks like some kind of like a little go-kart racing track or motocross or something. Dirt bike track. Kind of cool.
Welcome to Chapter 2.
Hey, D8 Mike and Jeffrey coming in with the raid. Hi, Jeffrey. I was lurking on your channel there, my friend. Looked like you had a good flight. Thanks for stopping back in. It's been kind of a split stream for me, but R6 Chavez, hello. Yeah, 2 good flights. Awesome, awesome. All right, if it ever decides to load, you'll take off somewhere from Buckeye Lake. Perfect. That's perfect. That's what we're aiming for right now. And I feel like I can see like a little water up here, but awesome. Yeah, we are flying. No. We're not flying into LaGuardia. Negative. We're trying to fly to Richmond, Indiana. It would be kind of fun to take this bad boy into LaGuardia, but I think it might make some of the 777s not very happy. What? Oh my gosh. You're right, it did. Jeffrey, let me make an adjustment here on the fly. Holy cow. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do this, because I'm just going to disable that for today. Thank you for pointing that out. On the fly. Yeah, there you go. 777s don't fly to LaGuardia. What? Challenge accepted, my friend. Now this is us. This is us. We actually flew the first part of it earlier today. Then I had to take a little break. I had to have some dinner with the crew. Try to get the grandkids into bed. It was bath time and all that stuff. So yeah, now we're rocking and rolling. Too close to the JFK magnet, yeah. Well, I think it's long enough. That would be Anastasia. You need to have a talk with her. I did, yeah. Yep, well. I mean, I think the runway length is okay, right? That's not a problem. Are there gates big enough at LaGuardia? Do you have a heavy gate at LJ? That'd be the one thing that I'm noticing. Yeah, right? The landing fees, the fuel, everything's got to be cheaper. That's the one thing I'm noticing. I've never really flown a heavy before. I mean, I've flown the feeless, but oh, excuse me. I seem to be noticing that there are some airports that don't have a lot of heavy gates. Well, so much for thinking I saw the lake, by the way. So we're staying down here low because we're trying to stay out of... We've got a Charlie airspace here at Columbus and a Charlie airspace at...
Sorry, last aircraft calling from Louisville, take it.
At Dayton, just down the road. So we're trying to stay low and slow.
1939 or 1934 runway 29 is closed. Runway 17 right, taxi via Bravo.
Passing Good Fixin's brother-in-law's house right there. Surprised he's not out on the field, plowing up some corn or something. Oh, the wings would encroach the parallel taxiway. Ah, I never thought about that too, I suppose. Well, that's, I guess, the trade-off you make if you're going to fly a
2073 into center, radar contact, good evening.
I flew from Dubai to Cape Town last night. It was an overnighter, so I got it started, and then I went to bed and finished it this morning. It was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun. Oh, so it's not the 777, so it must be like either the A350 or the A380. Coming soon, trademark, yes. Gotcha. Copy that, the 380. That plane does intrigue me, I'll be honest with you. It's just so big. I mean, I don't know if I'll fly it a whole lot, but it is kind of cool that the fly-by-wire guys are making it so it's free for anybody to mess around with. Way too big for LaGuardia. Yeah, I guess I could see that. And I do keep forgetting about the fact that it's more than just landing distance. It is all that other stuff of like being able to taxi and what's going on here? Looks like we've got... Looks like my road is the one that kind of goes a little south here. Yep, for a spell then straightens out. We might get a little, I don't know, a little bit of moisture or something up ahead. If an A380 taxis on Bravo, their wings would clip runway 31 and taxiway Alpha. Holy crap. Those things are freaking big. Isn't that the plane that the wingspan is longer than the Wright brothers' first flight? Or something crazy like that. Just amazing. I'll have to download it just because I'll have to give it a try. I mean, you like it's the biggest passenger plane. You got to try it, right? The Loadmaster told you the Wright brothers flight could be flown inside the cargo bay of the C5. Yeah, I've heard that also. Width and height, yes. I have heard that also. Those things are massive. Massive, massive.
Weather update, altimeter 3002, wind 2704.
Yeah. Yeah, you can come here. You can park your little Globemaster under my wing. I'll keep the rain off you, buddy. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh man, I tell you what, maybe I shouldn't have flown this. Maybe I should have went to bed myself. Yeah, I'll get my second wind here in just a second. We're gonna be in some muckety muck here. I don't know what's going on. Little Ohio late day haze or something. Willie Mays haze. 17 minutes again. We were expecting the first lake there. We're looking for Buckeye Lake at about 30 minutes, 31 minutes. So we're 14 minutes or so away. I guess it wasn't surprising that I was not seeing
1734, verified squawk in mode C.
Buckeye Lake as early as I was. You're 3 hours and 2 skulls of rum ahead. you're in your, you've got your second wind already. Yeah, this is pretty in here.
Delta 139er is flight level B0 on.
Lots of hills and lots of green country. I think Ohio would be pretty cool if it wasn't 1,000 degrees in the summer and literally 29 below with 99% humidity in the wintertime. It could be kind of a, your second wind is going to bed. Well, I understand. Plus you've been streaming, so that takes a little bit of a toll on you as well.
Maintain level 360 for now, for you.
Will do. Stay at 360.
Time I was here was middle of the summer, man. It was HOT.
Delta 139er is en route to Chicago, flight level 360.
And lots of humidity. But again, that's why it's so dang green. I've got relatives in Minnesota that it's the same way. It's like the trade-off. Like, you don't have to water your yard because it's just got so much humidity in the air.
You're coming in nice and clear, but for whatever reason I don't see you. Whereabouts when I find you?
I better go find my interstate here, guys. If I'm going to get into some less than visual conditions.
North of Detroit.
Dude,
Glitch in the system apparently.
I missed seeing you guys this year so much. Yes, I think the thing that's going to help us next year, what got us this year, and it happens, is both of my boys moved their families, and so we just had to be around to help out with that. You know, by the time you help out, there's your FS Expo budget as well as your weekend. But Providence sounds awesome, and I've never been there. My wife wants to go, so I think we've got a great shot. You know, you never know what's going to come up, but it is for sure on the calendar to go. I gotta see you guys. Yeah, and I was bummed too that your wife was there. I think Connie would have enjoyed visiting with your wife. And anyway, so yes, short story long. I want to be there. Planning on going.
At 11000, the Louisville altimeter is 3002.
How neat is this highway?
South, and I'm sorry, Cherry 11000.
Good fixes. Is this really what this looks like? Is this just like the Stairway to Heaven type of deal here? What do we got? It's freaking cool, man.
CBS 1006, Cherry at 11 for me, please. Cribbing 2056. I got you radar contact as well. Welcome.
Does it also have floating cars in real life? What doesn't Ohio have? Man, it's amazing.
CBS 1934, Gotcha C now, thank you for that. RNF lead, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff with 2704.
Better put the hammer down so I can get up the hill here. Cut right into the hills. Nice. That's awesome.
United 2383, 5083.
I don't think I can make that one. We took a look, but I don't think I could make that one.
I was unable to refile the route. It was an error.
Delta 139er, Roger. Here, I'll tell you what. Send me everything. As far as okay, so here's what I need from you. Send me, because I can edit things on my end. If you'd like, send me your aircraft type. Send me your departure, airport, destination, file speed. Altitude,
something's loading in,
and the routing in ADM. Here, and I will do all that for you.
Alright, I will do that.
Flied Philly a couple days early. Crash with you. Visit Ben Franklin's house, Betsy Ross's house, Independence Hall for a few days, and we'll drive to Providence. Oh man, I would love that. Yeah, I would love to. I've never been out to see any of that stuff, and I just absolutely love Revolutionary War history and Civil War history and all that stuff, man. All right, I'm letting the boss lady know. Ooh, hey, is this our lake? Buckeye Lake. I think this is our. No, that's not our lake.
2383 Cross Pocket City.
Yes, it is our lake. All right, I need to be turning here. So, we are 23 minutes. We're ahead of schedule. 6 minutes ahead of schedule, you guys. Wow, look at us going. Because America, right? I know. Alright, so Buckeye Lake at the, well, we're supposed to be 29 minutes at the end of Buckeye Lake, so we still have a couple of minutes to go here, but we're doing good. We're doing really good. And we're always on the lookout now. I mean, I shouldn't say we always are, but we made a little touch and go at a farm strip along the way, so we are adding that kind of to the
EPS 1934 heavy
series.
incinerator
If we see
contact
an
finding
interesting,
level tree
bush strip,
80.
we're going to go down and have a closer look at it. The more I reread the book, the more I realize that the boys
EPS
did a lot of that.
73 to
In fact,
Mod 6 cross Darby
in
1000 and 2509.
in one of their hold on here. In one of their legs, they actually had to cut the leg short because they spent so much time farting around and throwing moon pies at prairie dogs that they couldn't make it all the way to. They were going to go to Abilene, Texas, and they had to stop at Albany because they were low on fuel because they were farting around. So I need to do a little bit more farting around. I need 60,000 point rewards so you can spend yours. I do need to have some more rewards for you guys. Hey, Chavez, this
I need your entire
is the book called Flight of Passage. If you going to bed. Oh man, thanks for the cheer, dude. You're cleared to vector to the Bravo Echo Delta NDB. Enjoy your evening, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks again for the resub earlier on too, by the way.
Radar contact, good evening.
So Chavez, if you look for Flight of Passage by
Delta
Rinker
139,
Buck.
it doesn't look like it's actually going to let me. There's something in the CRC thing. I can't
Right back at you, buddy.
create anything.
Love you, brother. See you.
Unfortunately, I want to. I really, really do want to, because I know it would help, but it's not letting me.
Jeffrey B, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, if you're not following him, go give him a follow. Awesome streamer. Super creative content guy. Also
No,
literal,
I mean, you don't have to disconnect necessarily.
literal
Drive those offline,
mad
so I
scientist.
wouldn't worry about it
When
too
it
much.
comes to development,
Let me investigate it for you, by the way.
he's
Just
released
see if they're
several
letting me do it.
add-ons
Right,
under the
all right, Roger.
Gemma Studio label. That's his label. Him and a couple of his friends. So
Delta 139,
anyway,
it looks like they're landing
he
east
is
right
a
now. Harold
super great
for
guy
the Real
to
World one is
hang out with. Just
reporting
like
29
an excellent aviator,
uh,
excellent entertainer,
Real World up
and
there is
again,
doing
just
ILS
an
9
even better
center.
guy.
If you don't have 9 center,
All
I
right,
would
so
go with
off
10
of
center.
Buckeye Lake, I guess we're only about a minute and a half early. We're 27 minutes, and we were supposed to be 29. So, yeah, okay, yeah, it's a cheap one. Oh yeah, Audible version. Yeah,
Oh, wait, you actually filed the...
it's one of those that
okay,
it's
so let
like
me
needs
get that
to
right.
be
You
on your
filed the runway in your flight plan?
on your must
Yeah, in the cockpit.
your must read category for flight simmers. Well, for aviators. Try to turn that guy down. All right, let's reset. Let's
Delta 139,
turn
Roger. Just a heads up, if you
261.
do actually file the departure and arrival runways with your flight plan and VATSIM, be aware that those could get deleted and or changed, because by the time you take off out of somewhere, the weather at your destination could have changed 4 or 5 times potentially, and
Okay.
the airport could have flipped just as many. So just be aware that your files may not be what you actually get.
Ooh, yes.
Couldn't be more help.
Stick and
But
rudder.
wanted to get a com
That
for
is
your
one that I
arrival
have on my
Chicago,
list.
and as you get closer, check for the appropriate CAS.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for reminding me that. That is on my rudder. That is on my rudder. On my radar.
Level 300 CTAP, common traffic advisory frequency. So if you go and type .CTAP should be AORD.
All right, so we're heading out now down towards Rickenbacker, and Eddie Rickenbacker International should be about 11 minutes here.
By the Scarlet 1 landing west, Columbus altimeter 3001.
We're just gonna try to hold 260, but again, we're keeping our eyes peeled just in case. You know, we got a little something here.
Leaving my airspace, Atlanta offline, frequency change group. United 2383.
You never know.
Maintain flight level 340.
If we have any wind, drift, or anything like that, as long as we stay below 2,500,
United
we should be just fine. We don't need to be firewalling it now that we've climbed out of trouble.
2383.
There we go, 21 and a half. Should give us about 75.
CBS 1006, where are you parking tonight?
Ramp 1.
I feel like we're getting a little wind off our right-hand side.
Roger. Looks like your transponder flipped by itself. Verify clocking 2571. CBS 1006, Roger. The discrepancy cleared itself. CBS 1006 after Cherry, fly heading 050 and then maintain 5,000. Confirm.
That little strip of farmland looks like an airstrip, doesn't it, guys? Right below us. Does that not? Good Fixins, are you up in the air with us yet? I think we need to go give that one a look-see.
Seabird 22 Echo Heavy leaving my airspace.
That's a firm, Chavez. Ooh, that was a wicked, wicked little glitch.
Indy Center November 114 was probably be a part request.
Ooh, there he is.
Go ahead. Indy Center November 114 was Papa. We're type J-3 Cub flight uniform. We are just northeast of the Rickenbacker Airport. We'd like clearance for a touch and go, and then continue on to the west. November 114 with you, Papa. Sorry, I got J3 Cub, and what was the rest? We're J3 Cub, plant uniform, and we are northeast of Rickenbacker Airfield, between Rickenbacker and Columbus. We would like touch and go at Rickenbacker and continue on to the west VFR.
That's our boy Good Fixins, rocking the radio call.
November 114 with you, Papa. Squad 2717, ident.
Slant Nordo, man.
Ident.
But we should just be slant Nordo. Alright, yeah, somebody did some work, like a little community airstrip here, isn't it? Look at this. Very nice. Ohio farmers. Okay, back on our 260-ish course. That took us a little farther south, so, or north, I mean, so we need to kind of get back on course here. That was fun.
November 114 with you, Papa. Indy Center radar contact the Rickenbacker altimeter 3001. Got you about 7.5 northeast of Rickenbacker.
He's
Proceed
right.
inbound, maintain VFR.
He's right behind us.
Runway...
So if we see another field to do a little touch and go, that'll help him
proceed
get caught
inbound,
up.
Runway 23 left, and advise Rickenbacker in sight.
Perfect, we'll proceed inbound runway 23 left, and we've got the field in sight now. 114 Papa.
Number 114 Whiskey Papa, roger. And you said there was going to be one touch and go and then on your way?
Affirmative. Touch and go on VFR departure to the west.
Number 114 Whiskey Papa, roger. Clear touch and go, runway 23 left, advise on the go.
Perfect, clear touch and go, runway 23 left, and we'll advise on the go. 114 Papa.
Indianapolis Center,
Let's see. So what? I wonder if that field. Yeah, there's a little. That's the Miller Farm landing strip. Is what we just hit. Miller Farm landing strip. Oh, so actually he's out in front of us. He's out in front of us. I should. Yeah, he's 10 miles out in front of us here. So well, I should have stopped
by. Clear to the Scarlet Waypoint. Enter a hold.
I was wrong about everything.
Southeast.
Sorry, good fixes. We'll try to get caught up. You need to do some touch and goes.
Heading right turn.
No, I'll get caught up with you.
Leg. And just going to maintain 17,000.
Rogue tree at my 9 o'clock.
Right turn, 2-minute leg, descend and maintain 7,000.
One of those metal, rogue metal trees. I definitely keep track of those around here, especially if I'm only at about 1,200 feet. Trying to keep my eyes peeled for that stuff there. Yeah, whatever comes with the We Love VFR is what I have.
Yep. November 114 Whiskey Papa weather update for Rickenbacker, wind 140 at 3, altimeter tree 001.
Copy the weather.
EPS 1006, proceed direct Spires, join 17 right at Spires. Cross Spires at 4,000.
Yeah, the We Love VFR stuff is a must, and they now have, I think, 3 regions.
EPS 1006 heavy, proceed direct Spires to join 17 right.
Very
Sierra,
good,
Papa, Yankee, Romeo, Sierra,
very good mod for this type of stuff for sure.
EPS 1006, very, very close. I didn't actually clear you for the approach, but the rest of the readback is correct. Once you get a little bit closer, that'll give you clear.
We'll try to keep our speed up just a little bit so we can catch up with Fixie. Yep, puffin flights. Yep, that's the right one. I think they've got it. At least one for Europe and one for North America. It seems like there's maybe one for I thought there were 3, but maybe there's only 2 regions now. But anyway, it's good. They're beefy downloads, but they add a lot, in my opinion.
Indy Center, Delta 2005, load off at 17,000.
Delta 2005, roger. Just going to maintain 10,000 in the hole.
Descend and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Delta 20.
Alright, my timer's all off now, so I'm not even going to worry about that. We'll just kind of keep going. I know we're pointing in the right direction.
Well north of
We should be able to see Rickenbacker here in the next couple of minutes.
Sorry, entering the holy fire now.
305, don't worry about it. Flight time is heading to center maintain 4,000 on IT manually.
Flight present heading down to 4,000.
Delta 2005, you're also off of the arrival, by the way. Scarlet is, let's see how many miles behind you. Scarlet is about 20, maybe 23 miles behind you now, so you are well far and away from where you should be.
Do you want us to proceed direct Scarlet, Delta 2005?
Delta 2005, negative, but that was your clearance limit. You asked to go into the hold, and that was the waypoint you were supposed to stop at.
Understood.
So Delta 905 for future, when you ask for a hold at a specific waypoint, you're expected to stay at that waypoint per the parameters either given by the controller or per the published hold. So far as I can tell on the chart, Scarlet does not have a published hold, which is why I gave you the instructions that I did.
Okay. Sorry, it was my first time. I just was flying 359 because that's what I heard, and I was just waiting for you to turn me. That's my fault.
Delta 905, not a problem. What I would recommend is take a little time offline if you're not quite familiar with how to program stuff in your FMC. Take a flight
Yeah,
or
but
two,
in a good
kind of
way,
go up
right?
there, screw around in the airspace offline, enter holds randomly,
Right, Chavez?
take
In
your
a
own
good way, like
parameters,
you're
and
getting
get
taught.
familiar with the system. That way,
And,
if
you know, it's
do
not
ever
a
have
super
to get
busy
put to hold,
night, so
for
that's
whatever reason,
that's
if
a
you're
good
going
thing
to an event or something,
to,
then you know you don't
yeah,
really even
yeah,
have to think
absolutely.
about it. You know how to go in and do it. You enter the hold.
Chavez, yeah,
and
do a
then
little,
everything gets cleared up.
do a little
then you can
research
be
on that.
cleared
That's
for
a,
the remainder
it's a
of
Fellowship
your
of
flight.
Christian
When
Athletes
you're entering a hold, that waypoint that you're being held at is your
thing, and
clearance.
it's
So you can't
kind
go
of interesting.
any
Yeah,
further than that
it's an
without
interesting way to
taking
present the
with it
gospel.
air traffic control instructions.
Dark
So
Swan,
they're
first time
expecting
chatter,
you
nicer than my first
to
time.
stay
Yeah,
there.
probably me
I'll tell you
too,
what.
honestly. But my first time, I probably screwed up a hold on a
Temple,
FNO
that
going
makes
into
a lot of
Atlanta or
sense.
something with 18 aircraft behind me.
Should
Or
definitely go into offline.
But it's a good thing. Like if you have somebody like that that can take time and
Hey, that's what I would do.
kind of talk you through it a little bit, that really does help. All right, I see where we're at. So we're just outside of the Rickenbacker Delta there. Good fixings, by the way.
Call center
And
Delta
Dark Swan, thanks for the
2005.
first time chat.
Alright, Delta 2805, come take
Okay, I think I can do this for you here,
2005,
Chavez.
2005.
2005.
Oh, never mind.
Yes, 1006, 2 miles expires, maintain
Sorry, I
4000,
thought I had,
ILS, runway
I thought I had a
17
website
right,
for you
advise,
set
water
up.
stop.
Montana Dude. Terrible Guitarist, hello.
Conference on the go, 23 left.
Yeah, well, welcome in. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Yeah, this is not my normal streaming time,
Number
but
114 Whiskey Papa, any generator contact.
we are
Proceed
doing a little,
westbound out of the
obviously, a
Rickenbacker
little
Delta, and same
VFR route here on the J-3 Cub.
Proceed westbound out of the Rickenbacker
And-
Delta, and we just...
Yeah, it's a
like
pleasure
go
to
ahead
meet you.
and
All you
continue
guys
on
that
to
just
west,
came in
negative plane following.
on the raid. Welcome. My name is Brant. Welcome to the Metal Leroy
Number
channel.
114 Whiskey Papa, Roger. Once I get you outside the
We
Delta,
do a variety
I'll
of
drop you off to the dark side.
Flight sim related shenanigans here. Normally Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And we are recreating a flight
Aircraft calling from Louisville, ticket.
from a book called Flight of Passage by Rinker-Buck. Montana Dude, hello.
Yes,
Thanks for coming in.
31 Heavy, Block Mercy.
Hope you guys have been having a good weekend. Heyo.
BTS 1006 Heavy, runway.
All right.
clear to
So
land.
we've had a Jeffrey B raid, a Montana Dude raid, now a Continuum raid. Conti, hello and welcome, Raiders. I figured I was the only one not doing tubes or DCS.
2005, make the left turn heading
Yeah, we do.
180.
We fly the big metal every now and again, you know. Sometimes you just have a little craving for some heavy metal, but yeah. Yep, I flew the DC-6 really, really poorly yesterday, so Terrible Guitarist, just keep that in mind. I do love that plane, though. She just doesn't love me back. Welcome in. Welcome in. You were going to raid Conti, but 6.5 hours, yeah. 6.5 hours, that guy, he puts in the work, doesn't he? Sid, what is up?
BTS 2073, we are landing.
Welcome to
south.
Ohio,
What ramp are you
Raiders.
parking at tonight?
We are just trying to overfly Rickenbacker Field. How about that for a famous?
BTS 2073,
Airplane
we are landing
name.
south, runway 35 left.
We're trying to make our way to
I'll swing you around to the other
East
end of it, runway
Richmond
17
Airfield,
right, and then maintain
which
south.
would mark the end of day one for the Rinker and Kernahan Buck on their flight westward from New Jersey to California in the book Flight of Passage. But great to see you.
GPS 2031, roger, got your mode speed now, taxi runway 17
Conti, you're going to force me to
Bravo.
install that
And cross runway 11.
that radar navigation mod, aren't you? I've got to fly the hump with you, man. I've been holding off because I know you've been saying that you're going to fly it. I've been holding off, but now I see you've raised the bar yet again. And good for you. I'm glad you're doing it. I've messed with it a little bit, but I have not dove in. So tonight was very educational. I've now watched you and Slant Alpha fly using that radio range navigation.
American South down with you, flight level 320.
Welcome in, though. If Continuum is anything like me after a raid, the very first thing I have to do is get up and use the little pilot's room. So hopefully he'll be back in. But if you missed what he was doing tonight, go back and watch his VOD because he downloaded a plug-in that lets you fly the old radio navigation, and I mean old school. Your brain is fried, yeah. Using the Morse code and it's quite a deal.
No targets out there.
Oh, you mixed it up on approach? Oh man.
Your call sign.
Well, how are we going to make it over the top of the Himalayas if you're doing that? Huh? Come on.
Anybody with that call sign, and I have
Come on.
nobody left on my scope.
I'm looking at myself on here.
Need to get better, more better. Come on.
On my scope, on frequency, I have UPS 1934 currently.
Well, I think I must have. Oh, wait a minute. There's a tower looking thingy majobber.
I have nobody else out there.
And I just need to double check here. Oh crap! I've
I've
got to be.
CAS.
If I'm gonna go through this, I got to be above 3,000. Oh boy.
I don't know what to tell you about that one, American Sultan. I've got nothing
I'm
on the
just
scope.
gonna request transition here. Getting center November 11816. Oh shoot, sorry.
I wish I could help, but I can't see you.
Now we're monitoring, by the way. Conti, you're out here. All right, my friend.
This is weird. The United 24, I see him. If he's going DFW to Pittsburgh, I see him on similar for what it's worth.
Thanks for coming in, man. Love you too, brother.
I'm not entirely sure, but I have
Take care.
with that call sign or altitude north of Louisville. The only traffic I have specifically of Louisville that's on my URM scope right now is EPS 2073.
Huh. Yeah, that's weird. I'd probably throw that out there.
Indy Center November 11816.
Airspace to the east,
Gosh,
Washington offline for frequency change group.
I keep stepping on people.
We're taking care right now for the rest of the weekend.
Indy Center November 11816.
November 11816, go.
It's just east of Rickenbacker, requesting just a transition through the airspace westbound.
November 1816, squawk 1457, ident.
1457, 816.
November 114, Whiskey Papa, remain outside of controlled airspace at all times. Maintain VFR, frequency change approved. Or, excuse me, squawk and maintain VFR, frequency change approved.
Right, we'll remain outside of all airspace and squawk and talk.
We were a little late getting that
Delta 2005,
transition,
runway 28 left.
and I am more than a little bit
runway 28 left.
low coming in here. And that was really a dumb mistake on my part. I needed to be above 3,000. I could have just went right over the top.
Correction, November 11816. In the... Forgive me, reset transponder, squawk 3402.
3402, 816.
And November 11816, just a heads up, the Delta started... off of you. The Delta started about 4.5 miles behind you, by the way.
Yeah, I was stepping on the guy that was trying to get checked in that you weren't able to see on the chart, and I just didn't get myself turned to stay clear, so that's my fault.
Number 11816, not a big deal. The one piece of traffic that I had out there is already west of the Delta, so not a big deal this time around. Just try to keep it in mind for next time, yeah. Because I'm happy to oblige if I'm not busy, but if I don't get to you and you're growing into controlled airspace, I would ask that you remain clear until I can get. I'm happy to give you the transition when I'm able.
Nope, 100% my fault on that one. You're right.
EPS 2073.
So what I should have done is I should have just hung a left. I just should have went southbound for about 5 miles or climbed to 3,000 feet or higher, and I'd have been okay. But I just kind of, to be honest, I was visiting and just not paying attention. So that's my fault. Totally my fault. You're still waiting for this new cub to come to console. Yeah, hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it won't be too long. Oh, and by the way, I need to be tracking 306 here, guys.
Yep, I see that. Not a big deal.
We're trying to find Bolton Field now, so let me get turned northbound.
I didn't forget about you. Just give me a second.
Okay, let's go about 310 because I'm late on the turn, and we need about 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
American 1210, do you want to give us a squawk code too?
Oh, holy cow, that guy's loud.
American 1210, you know what, why not?
But these guys, they've been pretty active, so I'm thinking it won't take long before they
my current squawk code is
do their thing.
Right now.
That's pretty.
American 1210, reset transponder, squawk 3732. Let's see if it works.
3732, American 1210.
Delta 2005.
Need a thumbnail for later.
Columbus 2704, runway 27, correction 28 left, clear for landing.
28 left, clear to land on 20.
EPS 2073. Louisville Airport is, say, 7 miles off your 10 o'clock call time.
Columbus, by the way, has a nice freeware if you want a little bit bigger airport, and it's really a neat, kind of like up on a plateau aircraft carrier style. So if you've never flown into or out of this area, this is a neat little spot. Terrible Guitarist does a lot of NDB navigation, so it's right up your alley. Oh, you're talking about the stuff Conti was doing. Yeah, it's super interesting, for sure. Very difficult to do. And you can understand why they needed to have an extra navigator, right?
Western Global,
I mean, it's a full-time job, just tracking and then letting the pilot flying, let them know which way that they're supposed to be going and all that stuff. So I should be able to see these bodies of water on my. Yep, I might be going a little too far north, guys, if I'm passing over these lakes.
We have 1014 Indy, roger. Taxi runway 17 right,
yeah,
Bravo 5.
I might be a little too far north. What did I think? I was supposed to be about 306. Oh yeah, I was. No, I should have been okay.
UPS 2031 heavy, RNF the lead, runway 2, correction 17 right.
I'll stay on it.
Takeoff, wind 2704. Air Canada 2021, are you on frequency? Air Canada 2021, reset transponder, squawk 7330.
This will be
UC American 1210.
an extremely good Xbox plane, I would think. Like simple, you know, just the stick and rudder stuff, which, you know, lends itself.
Were you looking to go through the next bit of Delta airspace in front of you?
Affirm. We're actually tracking, hopefully, direct Bolton Field right now, and if we could transition that would be fantastic. 11816.
Number 11816, roger, maintains VFR at below 2,500. The Bolton altimeter 3003.
At below 2,500 and 3003. 11816. All right, 3003. Click. There we go. I might be just a smidgen off on this one, you guys. It's so hard to tell, but
did you go Charlie?
Columbus is a big city. You don't realize how big this town is. Holy cow. Is Columbus, is it the same size as like Denver, do you think? Good Fixins? Good Fixins is flying along, by the way. He's up ahead of us. Tried to scare deer off the road for us. But he lives in
Like I said,
Ohio.
there's not a whole lot going on down there, but if something changes from the instructions that, were given, let me know, and I'm happy to adjust if I can.
Fifth largest in the U.S. Oh, so that would even be bigger than Denver then. Includes the metro area. Hey, DCM 260, what's going on? Hello. Welcome in.
UPS 2031 Heavy, Indy Center radar contact, Delta receiving. UPS 2031 Heavy, rudder, climb maintains level 360.
3 times bigger than Pittsburgh, yeah. That's,
UPS 1014 Heavy, runway 17
I
right,
always
line up
measure
entry.
my city sizes by Denver because it's the closest big city to where I live. So I take everything off of Denver.
Columbus, take the first high speed off on your right.
First high speed on my right, Delta 2005.
Oh, I think I might see maybe a beacon.
2005, that'll be Charlie.
Maybe not. Now it's kind of looking sort of glitchy and weird.
Right turn on Charlie and Delta 3 into the ramp.
Charlie 6, Charlie, Delta 3 into the ramp. Delta 2005.
We still have about 9 minutes until we're supposed to be there. Denver feels similar, yeah.
UPS 2073 Heavy, 1 departure.
Denver's
prior
one
to
of
your
those
arrival,
towns
a
too that
company
has
dealer.
lots of outlier communities that if you lump them in, then it's can seem bigger.
UPS 2073 Heavy.
Do you think Columbus is not a big Bravo airport because is it because Cleveland is? Excuse me, because Cleveland is so close by. That wasn't.
UPS 2073 Heavy, 1 departure
It's
prior
not
to
our
your arrival,
airport.
a company Heavy MD-11.
Because Denver doesn't have anything. Like Albuquerque is a hour and a half flight to the south. Salt Lake's an hour and a half to the west.
UPS 2073, that's
Yeah,
been
Cleveland.
advised
Oh,
that
and
there's gonna be
Cincy.
an
Yeah,
aircraft
yeah,
departing
yeah.
17 right prior to your arrival.
Yeah,
Just
it wouldn't
for
make sense to have
informational purposes that you have
an
awareness.
additional. Probably is nice actually for the people of Columbus because they can probably get some cheaper tickets. Although you'd have to do a connecting flight, which is maybe not great.
UPS 1014 Heavy, RNet lean, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff, wind 2704.
But I do like this little airport up here. I think I've even bought a paidware for it in X-Plane. It's got to be some horse racing thing down there, doesn't it?
November 11816, after you clear the Bolton Delta, what are your intentions tonight?
Yeah, we're just going to be heading westbound, BFR.
Were you looking for flight following all the way or no?
No, that's okay. I think we'll be just fine. We've already bothered you enough, 11816.
No bother at all. I've got nothing up there except for you and the other VFR traffic. Altitude indicates 2,600 westbound.
Well, in that case, we are going to be trying to skirt the Dayton Charlie, and I'm hoping that we're going to do a better job of staying away, but maybe if we could stay flight following through Dayton, that would be helpful.
Number 11816, roger. Maintain the VFR, altitude, your discretion, and when you get closer to the Charlie, let me know.
All right, we'll give you a call when closer to the Charlie. Thanks for the help, November 11816. Hey, look at us finding the Bolton airfield.
UPS 1014 Heavy, Indy Center radar contact, altitude. be a 1014 heavy in center.
Welcome to Chapter 2.
Air Canada 2021, are you at 36 or 37?
So the hotel that I stayed at in Akron was made out of one of these old silos. It was way cool. It was like 3 silos all together. It was just amazing. I had never been in a place like that before. It was so cool.
Give me a 27.
Alright, what do I gotta do? 284 is what we're looking for here, and then we're looking for, it's Madison County now. And that's gonna be approximately a 15-minute leg. So let's get going to 284. Bolton has a 727 on site for tech school. Oh man. Oh heck yeah. Please, thank you. Montana dude, you're new. Well, welcome. If you got any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer, or more than likely I'll just point you in the direction of somebody way smarter than me. Terrible guitarist, by the way. Thank you for the follow. Don't think it runs? Yeah. Probably plenty of things that are no longer needed as far as that plane goes. Is there an operational 727 anywhere left in the world that's not privately owned? I don't think there is. Man, I can't wait for that FSS to come out at the end of the month. I hope they can do it. I hope they don't push it back. Well, actually, what I hope is that they do it right. And so if that means it has to wait a little bit, that's fine. Oh, your previous... Oh, geez. Sorry, Montana, dude. For the people that came in on my raid, I forgot to hit activate on your notifications. Oh, I see. I see. Sorry, I fall behind a little bit on these VFR flights, Montana, dude. And I miss things. Brett, did you grab flight? No, you didn't grab, because I heard you say Squawk and Talk VFR, didn't you? I give this guy a little something to do. He's probably thinking, what did I do? Because I think I'm still like an hour to Dayton or something like that. We may need some fuel. Brett, I don't know about you, but I'm getting low. I've been trying to catch up to you, so I've been running it pretty hard. You're getting tired? You're probably going to DC? All right, buddy. I understand. Thanks for flying along for the little bit that you did. I think what I might try to do here is, I might... Oh, holy moly. D8 Mike. With a 10-pack. Holy cow. I'm going to hear my grandson say thank you an awful lot. He's the one that does all the voiceovers on the channel, by the way. D8 Mike, thank you. Coward. Subscriptions going out to Coward Creek Barbecue, Airbus 737, Storm Talker, Carrot. I'm sorry. Kakarot 7800, Quas, ProTech, Jamaica Runna. That's a good one. Rival Hockey, Pat Dog, and Harp 4. Wow, dude. And that, I think, helped me do a couple different things. First of all, I think it helped me hit my 10 new sub goal for the that 10 new sub goal that I had set up, which thank you so very, very much. There's a field at 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'm afraid that the other thing that it did is it did get me off task a little bit here. 284. Okay. Back on track here.
Roger, I'm going to check.
So there's a field out here somewhere. 3 o'clock. Oh, you're talking about this little bush field here, aren't you? Yes, indeed. All right, let's go. Let's go.
At all.
And I think you probably also got a hype train going here. Wow, that's super nice of you.
That comes with your number too.
So this is not charted. If it is indeed an airfield, we'll do a low pass here. It doesn't look like it may be a... Is this the one you're talking about, Chavez?
I'm going to be descending in like 30 miles anyway, so, and I think I'm about to be out of your airspace, so.
We'll just do a low pass here.
Yeah,
I'm not sure this is a field. Watch how much I can just, you can almost drop this thing in a bucket and it slides. It slips so easy. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it doesn't look like an airstrip. Good as slippy slip. I love it. I absolutely love it. This thing slips like a boss. Alright, that was really fun.
Roger, I see you also.
Darby
taxi
Dan
yourself
Airfield.
over
Okay,
there.
you know what?
You gotta wait for me to give you taxi instructions.
That could very well be. I see one here that says Silent P also, but that one's just south of West Jefferson. But yeah, holy cow. Alright, so did we I don't know if we got a hype train going or not, but this is what I'm going to do. Regardless of if we did, I think that's worth at least a couple of cars on our hype train here. So these are authentic hand-drawn train cars from my grandson, the same guy that gave the voiceovers. He also created some channel art for me, but thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate that so very, very much, D8 Mike. And holy cow, that just goes a long, long way towards helping the channel grow. And yeah, just plus it's just a super nice thing to do.
Pull up, 3.
Push approved space west for me. Expect 17 right.
Really nice of you guys. I like to basically just give your money back to you. So every month I have a giveaway, and it's completely 100% funded by your generosity. So all of these little you know, all these gift subs, these cheer bits, all that kind of stuff, like I say, it comes back to you in the form of various giveaways. We actually gave away an example or a copy of this plane one time, and then we're sponsoring a poker run, and the poker run is coming up here, I think on the 21st the 21st of this month. And so yeah, that'll be, again, there's gonna be a $25 gift card giveaway involved in that, and it's all thanks to you guys, so appreciate that. And thanks again for supporting the channel and helping it grow, and we will try to pay it forward as best we can. So, alright, so we turned ever so slight. See, alright, so I'm a little messed up now, I'll be honest with you. D8 Mike has kind of got me off my game now. So I was supposed to be going 180 or 284, and then we sort of jumped up a little bit to the north to hit that airfield, and I've kind of lost track. Again, I should have stopped my timer, but I didn't, so my timer's off, and I guess I'm just gonna kind of get back going on a 284 in the hopes that I hit. There's the Madison County airport, which would be a good one to stop for fuel. And I think that's only within, I think we're within, you know, 5 or 10 miles of that. So I think we're going to try to do that. I'm like, no worries, man. No worries. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Delta 2005, I'm sorry, did you say you were ready for taxi?
Hey, firm. Ready to taxi to
25 Roger, Columbus altimeter.
So I think what we'll do is we'll cancel IFR flight following, and just make a stop at Madison County, and then we can kind of keep going. Again, our goal is to get to Richmond, East Richmond Airfield. At Center, November 11816.
Good.
I think we're going to go ahead cancel flight following. We're going to need to make a fuel stop here at Madison County. So appreciate the help and the extra eyes, and have a great night.
November 11816, Roger. Flight following is canceled. Squawk and maintain VFR frequency change approved. If you happen to come up and would want to resume, just let me know.
Yeah, sounds good. Could we just get a real quick double check on a vector? Are we heading in the right direction to Madison County?
Give me the identifier for Madison County to Whistler.
It's Uniform Yankee Fox.
That airport is about 6 miles off on a 297 heading.
All right, thanks for the confirmation there. Have a great night. Yeah, we might talk to you in a little while on November 11816.
November 11816, Roger. Squawk and maintain VFR frequency change approved. No traffic continued in Madison County.
So a little bit to the right is what he's telling us here, but only about 6 miles. Ooh, is that it right there?
Hold on a second.
Possibly.
Keep doing what you're doing.
All right.
Turn.
I've got the
perfect.
CTAF at Madison County is 23-0. 23 nothing, so let's get that set.
That's okay. Delta 25, continue taxi on Delta. Make the right on Delta 1, left on Charlie.
Right on Delta.
Those look like palm. Oh wait, there we go. I've got the lights in sight. All right, cool. And man, I wonder what the winds are doing here. Where's my nearest weather station? Springfield is port and calm conditions. I think we'll come straight in here. Madison, runway 27. Yeah, I think we'll jump into left-hand base for 27. Madison County traffic, red Cub, November 11816, approximately 4 miles to the southeast at 2000 inbound, Madison County. Terrible Guitarist said, looking around in Ohio, there's a mess of NDB stations, and you have to spend some more time there. Yeah, it's Ohio, from what I'm learning, and I don't spend near enough time up here, but first of all, the Indianapolis airspace in general is a underappreciated airspace. It's got some unbelievable places to fly, but in terms of VFR, like, you don't think about necessarily Ohio as being a place for GA VFR type of traffic and then NDB type of navigation, but it really is. It's a sneaky good place. It's kind of like Arkansas. Arkansas is like, you would never guess. It's the bush paradise that it is, and man, it's cool to discover as you're doing flights like this. This is kind of what I like the most. You just kind of discover things about different areas that, you know, like if you fly the 777 over the top of Ohio, it's kind of like flying the 777 over the top of where I live, right? You see the state and you're like, oh, wow, nice green fields, but you don't really get to know the country like you do when you dive into a VFR sectional and, like you're saying, Terrible Guitarist, to see the things like all the NDBs that are still active, and yeah, that stuff is way cool. So we're just kind of, again, sort of coming in here, not really how you'd probably enter this pattern, but we're clear of the airspace here, clear of the pattern. If anybody was in the pattern already, we could sequence ourselves, but I'm not hearing anybody, so I think we're going to be all right just to come in on the base. We'll try not to come straight in if we can, although we even break that rule sometimes, depending on how badly we have to go to the bathroom. Which, I'm going to take a stretch break when I get down on the ground here. Just a quick stretch and fuel break. As you can see, the little cork is getting kind of low on the dash, so we've been running it though. Look, we're all the way up 2,500. Not sure why we're trying to go that fast, honestly. Oh, I was trying to catch up to good fixes at one point. That's what it was. All right, field elevation is 1,000. We'll call it 1,100. We're at about 2,000, so we're not horrible right now. It's pretty good. Let's just start an extended left-hand base here for runway 27. Madison County traffic, red Piper 816, entering extended left downwind runway 27. Madison County traffic. Right now, all the houses down here, these guys are really happy that I'm flying over the top. Instead of cutting it in a little bit closer. Actually, I really like it when the local Cub at our airport flies over. Man, I love it. It's one of the airplanes that I can recognize without even seeing it, because it just has that distinctive sound. Okay, down we go, and again, you know, we're gonna kind of feel it out here, right? We don't have a weather report from Madison County per se, but about 40 miles to the west, things are calm. So I wouldn't anticipate it's going to be vastly different. But if we kind of get low and it feels a little squirrely, what's the song say, right? We can always go around. Madison County traffic, red Cub 816 is turning final, 27, Madison County. This is a aircraft of extremes. Like when it's calm like this, I don't know that there's a funner plane that you could fly in real life, and I've never been in one, but just kind of based off of my sim experience. But if it was windy and turbulent, I don't know that there'd be a worse plane that you would want to not be in more than this plane. It's a fair weather plane for sure, although it's pretty capable in the bad weather. Ended up a little bit low, didn't we, guys? So yeah, a little bit of wind off our left hand side, grabbing slightly here. Whoops. See if we can get her down, tail out, that left wheel down first. Ooh. Yeah, my rudder pedals are a little sensitive. I need to adjust that probably for this plane. Alright. I don't think we're going to make alpha. Alright, we'll just take it down a little farther. Tail's finally down. Whoops. Whoa. She is a squirrely little tail dragger, that's for sure. Hey. Alright, where's my... What's that? Oh. In fact, I gotta go all the way down to the end here to exit. You fly mostly in Russia, Alaska, and Western Canada, since there's still lots of NDBs. Oh, really? Russia has a lot of NDBs? That's cool. Florida, Georgia, and Alabama also have a decent amount. Nice. Yeah, that's my dog named Jet. We're a 4-dog household here. The littlest guy crashed out. That's Cody. He's kind of he's the one that hangs out with me the most down here. But my 2 big Goldens will come down every once in a while. Yep, golden retrievers, and one of them, the other one that you haven't seen, he has a tendency to rub his head on the trim wheel and disconnect the autopilots. You have a pup named Diesel. That's a husky collie on very nice. All right, well here we are, guys. Let's just take it down to the end. Looks like this default scenery has some nice buildings. It's always nice when you have some hangars, even if they don't look, you know, like awesome, but just having that 3D building effect is nice. And yeah, we'll get some fuel. I'm going to take a little pit stop myself, and then we'll be back. And with any luck, maybe we can make it all the way down to East Richmond here with this next leg. Alright, I think that'll work. Let's hop back in. Let it idle for a second. You know what I don't do very often is let's get the trim kind of back centered here. Go. And eggs coming off. Little one in the background is not happy. Alright, oil, we still have plenty of oil. Let's go ahead and, yeah, fill it back up. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. Montana dude, you're out of here. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming by. Terrible Guitarist said you modded the Got Friends avatar retriever to look like your dog. Oh, nice. That's a cool mod. Okay, here's what we have left, you guys. So we are here, Madison County. We need to, we're looking for this lake here by Springfield. Then we're going to try to come down here to Springfield. I guess it's Wright-Patterson field. And we're going to try to stay out of the Charlie here. So for us, we need to be either below 2,400 or above 5,000. So I think we're just going to stay low. This is going to be the most challenging probably stretch here. 37 miles. We're going to have to try to hold the 270 due west course. And then again, depending on what the wind is doing. But we don't want to get any closer to Dayton than we already are. So I don't see a whole lot of options. I would love to maybe come down here, kind of like if we can pick up. Well, there's a couple of towers right here. Like if we could find the towers, I think that would be great, because then there is a highway, it looks like, that runs us basically due east to Eaton and then to Richmond Municipal. But that would also keep us safely clear of that inner circle of the Charlie. So that'll be the plan, and we'll see. Now, do I have to? My engine's warm. I shouldn't have to do anything, right? Yep. No, we're good to go. I just need to turn the mags back on. 1, 2, 3. Crack the throttle again. Hop out, clear prop, and let's see if we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I may be flooding it now. There we go. Beautiful. And yeah, let's see how we do. So Madison County to the Wright-Patterson is about 15 minutes on a 250 heading. So I think I'm just going to take the intersection departure here at Alpha, by the way. Just get going. So Montana Dude and R6 Chavez both heading to bed into lurk mode. I appreciate the lurks, you guys. And thanks again for stopping by. Madison County traffic. Red Cub 11816 is on the taxi 27. We're going to depart at the intersection Alpha, Madison County. Let's do this too. I wonder if our ATC guy, he's still on. He is still on. 128. We'll monitor him, and we may end up talking to him again as we get out of here. Oh, I take it back, guys. I need to. The first leg here is from Madison County to the lake by Springfield, and that's a 280 course. All right, I think we're good to go. Altimeter check 3005 now. So let's can almost, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's field altitude. It's a little bit high, honestly. 1,082 feet is what I should show. I'm gonna spin that back to about right there, and that'll be good. AvGeek, ever seen Melvin at this hour? Yeah, it's things are a little crazy right now in my house, so this is kind of the time I have to fly, and I've been quite enjoying it. Excuse me. Madison County traffic, Cub 11816 departing 27. We'll be straight out VFR westbound, Madison County. Welcome in, AGC. How we... Man, I can't talk. We started a a leg of the flight of passage earlier today, and I had to take a little break in between, so I told everybody at the time, I'm okay, if I got a little time tonight, I might come back and finish it up. And that's where we're at. Ooh, this is a short field departure. I think we'll be alright. Airspeed is alive. There's the end of the runway. No worries. 55 and we're up. We're flying. I'm looking for 280. 13 nautical miles. Get my timer going here if I can.
Good job.
Yes, glad you're here, man. How's your summer going, by the way? All right, let's be a little more economical here. 21.5 really is a good cruise setting. I have learned from some people that know a little bit more about this aircraft than I do. And here's a nice, actually, I should have a 2-lane. That's my 2-lane highway that I'm going to be following. And take me right over to what I'm assuming is Springfield Lake. I guess it may not be. So here's... Alright, so here's, you know what, if we talk to Center, I guess what we could do, if we talk to Centers, we could follow this interstate basically right through the Dayton airspace. It would take us pretty much straight on, just north of Richmond. Here's what I'm seeing. Maybe we'll just take advantage of having some flight following. So instead of coming down here, we can just, like right now we're on the 2-lane, we can just kind of keep tracking it and go right through this heart. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? We give the air traffic control guy a little something to do. And, yeah. Andy Center, November 11816. Yes, sir. Just departed Madison County, westbound, currently 1,500, and we would like to request transition through the Dayton Class Charlie. We are heading to East Richmond, which is Kilo Romeo India Delta. So if we could get flight following and Charlie transition, we'd appreciate it.
November 11816 in the center. Roger. Do me a favor, ident for me.
Alright, ident's on the way.
November 11816 center radar contact 31 miles east of the Dayton Airport. Maintain VFR at actually altitude your discretion and proceed through the Charlie, the Dayton altimeter.
Sky to ready.
Alright, appreciate it. And just so you know, we're going to try to stay along the interstate here that looks like it passes just south of the airfield. But I appreciate the help. 11816. Scotty, what's up? Monster SD, hello. Thado, welcome. Ascended Gravity, what's going on, you guys? You should be in bed. What are you doing? Go to bed. Why do you need, you don't want to be here watching me? Now maybe that's why you tuned in. This will put you to sleep. It's good. I see what you're doing. Now we're flying, we're in Ohio, guys. We're going to make it to Indiana tonight. And we're just about to,
United 2501, Indy Center,
about 30 miles away from the Dayton airspace.
And I left your altitude at 37.
Trying to update this flight plan as we go here, and it's all right. How can I don't know how to do this. I may not be able to do this while we're on the fly here. Fast fly. Is this flight a segment of some longer flight? First of all, welcome. Thanks for the first time chat. And A-Firm, we are retracing the route that was flown in the book Flight of Passage by Rickenbacker. And two teenage boys actually ended up being the youngest boys to ever do a cross country, well, at least at the time. They flew from New Jersey to California, and were actually at the end of their first day of flying. They flew from Somerset Hills, New Jersey to Richmond, Indiana on their first day. So it's taken us 4 streams to do what they did in one day. Yeah.
Indy Center, good evening. Jazz 86.
Thalo says going to try to get some more sleep soon, but you're going to say hello first time. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. It means a lot. Appreciate you guys coming in. Yeah, this is not my normal streaming time, but this is just kind of how it shook out today, guys. It was one of those days. I've got, as most of you know, I've got family here, which has been awesome. And once they get to bed, sometime a little after 8 o'clock local time, then I have time to kind of come down and unwind. And sometimes they wear me out. I just go to bed. But the last couple nights I've been up. I've been flying around. Fast Fly, thanks for the follow. Dalo, this is the Classic Air Simulations Piper J-3 Cub. Let me do this, give you a view of it. And absolutely gorgeous airplane. $17 on Contrail, I think, is all it runs you. So it's really, it's made me become a Cub guy, and I'm not a Cub guy. But this plane and the X-Plane 12 Super Cub have, like, I'm kind of becoming a convert. But I never really got, like, you know, the J-3's got like a cult following, right? And I'm like, why? But now that I've flown it a little bit, I'm getting it. I'm understanding. And yeah, those cars on the ground, some of them are going faster than I'm going. You can drive from New Jersey to Riverside, California in 3 days, and it took the boys 6 days to fly it. But anyway, it's just been a lot of fun. I don't know. It's a really, really good way to unwind at the end of the day, I think, is the main thing. And a pretty active developer, kind of a fun Discord, and yeah, just it forced me to break the book out again to start reading it for a third time so I could just detail. I've been talking about making this flight. You know how it is. Like, oh man, you read the book, you're like, I need to do that, man. That would be awesome, but you never do.
November 11816, what was the identifier for your destination?
It's a Kilo Romeo India Delta, Richmond Municipal, 11816. But it's kind of funny, when this plane was released, it was like the catalyst that kind of got me going on it and got serious about the idea. So anyway, some of the cars are traveling on the wrong side. Well, yeah, maybe, like that truck and that car are about to have a bad day, right? Oh boy, maybe not. Maybe they're doing like a European thing.
Actually, correction. Louisville.
I don't know
Clifton,
what's
the last
going
time I
on
looked
there,
at it,
but
we are landing north.
yeah,
Expect
something.
25 left.
Anyway. The traffic looks cool. It's still not, you know, it still kind of has weird things like that, but man, this
Gripping 36.
the
you got
world
my
they've created in Microsoft Flight Sim is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Yeah, fast fly. Ohio is cool, and so part of what I do enjoy about low and slow flying is just to really be able to, you know, like really get down low and take a look at the scenery and the elevation. You don't realize the hills and the lakes and the, you know, the little streams that are running through, and there's just lots of neat things that you don't get to see when you're at 34,000 feet in a 777, which, by the way, I love my 777. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love my 777. Alright, I'm trying to rebuild my flight plan here, you guys, so bear with me here. It's hard to do when you're hand flying. And so I'm taking all of my intermediate waypoints out now, and I am going to simply fly not quite direct. I'm going to fly, this is what I've done. I've taken it out, Madison County to Richmond. I'm going to fly this to right here. It's just basically follow the interstate. So now this leg here is 64-mile leg on about a, like westbound, right, 270, and that should take me just a hair over an hour. So just a little bit over an hour.
2822 Indy Center, hello, Crosswood at flight level C10.
Terrible guitarist, that's why you love jumping into the bush group flights. You can see some cool scenery. Yeah,
And when you have a chance, reset transponder, squawk 5712.
see if I can, I'll share with you. We do a little something
35
at
to be
the
your final,
beginning of every month.
Crosswood
The
at
first
flight
Monday of
level
every month, we call it Bush League Monday. And we have some bush adventures that we've been saving out there on my friend downwindsim.com's website. He's the guy that does most of the work with the scenery creation. I'm just kind of the route finder, the pathfinder guy. But we've been branching out and doing some work. For about the first 4 years, all we did was X-plane. But now we've branched out this year and added some scenery for Microsoft Flight Sim. So go check it out, Terrible Guitarist, and you know, there's some free scenery downloads and just again some fun events if you like bush flying. But save your first Monday of the month for some bush flying. We'll have something coming up here in August, I'm sure. This guy's got his field ready to plant. Dalo, this engine sound, if I would just be quiet, you guys could just sleep. In fact, let me do that. Let me just stop yammering. Just enjoy the sounds.
November 11816, Indy question for you.
Go ahead, 11816.
Are you streaming by chance?
Affirm.
Okay, so I thought.
Do you have the stream address? Because we're talking smack about Indy Center.
You're not the first one, and yeah, I'm on it.
We really appreciate you staying up late and hanging out with us. We love flying in this area.
Big deal. I'm working second shift anyway, just at this point, so I'm normally awake. I would have just gotten off work about 40 minutes ago.
Well, we appreciate you on the comms, and yeah, thank you very much for the vectoring.
Yeah, no worries.
You've been learning how to build bush trips up and uploading some files on TO, and when work doesn't get in the way, yeah, right, work, and yeah, work will do that. So I think this is Springfield, and because I see there was the lake up there, so I think we're flying right through the heart of Springfield. So the next town we're coming up on will be Dayton, and actually we're just going to skirt kind of the northern part of Dayton. With the airfield that should pass off to our right. The biggest thing for us is, as we get into Dayton, is we're going to have to make sure we don't chase the wrong interstate here. It gets a little tougher to track when you're, like, as you can see, some of the roads, they kind of start to all blend together, but we're staying, for the most part, westbound here. The Springfield also has...
1816, as a point of interest, Wright-Patterson Air Base is about 13 miles off on a 250 if you want to go venture that direction.
Yeah, well, actually we were going to go down and use that as a way to sort of stay out of the Charlie here, but yeah, we might... I actually was looking at the Andy Barnhart Memorial. I was going to try to maybe do a little touch and go there, but yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. And you're clear through the Charlie. So if you want to scoot down to Patterson to take a look at that for all of your people, and then go back up overhead through Dayton, that's fine.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, so there you go.
Western Global 629, leaving my airspace to the east. No further air traffic control available for frequency going first. Good night.
So we're,
Western Global out.
as we've been flying through here, whoops, and I've kind of got a little bit
also leaving my airspace
northbound.
Washington is offline for
I've been trying to just find these little airstrips to just do a quick touch and go. We found a couple of neat ones.
Leaving my airspace to the north, Chicago offline.
But what I'm thinking here is, and this is what, so he's suggesting to go down here to take a look at Wright-Patterson, which is a pretty cool little spot. I was thinking about hitting this guy right here. So yeah, we've got railroad tracks that take us kind of down this direction here. You know what? We'll take the advice of the local, and he's never steered us wrong. So we'll take a little turn here. 250 is what he said, and I think this is kind of the direction here. So let's go see what Wright-Patterson Air Force Base looks like. This might be a good place to bring the C-17 in later on. Little scouting mission here. Thalo was trying to nicely say that my voice puts him to sleep.
Runway 35 left, the Louisville altimeter 303.
When I enter the altimeter, you will go to sleep. 3, 0, 0, 5. Actually, that's when I have a hard time sleeping.
And Piper 816, the Patterson altimeter 3002.
3002, 11816. When I'm having some trouble sleeping, I'll put on an aviation video with the full, ATC. I love that. I love that chatter. That's why we'll even, if we're not talking to center, You know, even if we're not getting flight following, I like to have him, you know, on the comms just to have that radio chatter. Or I'll tune in live ATC. Bob Ross, Flyboy, what's up? Yes, indeed. Thanks for the first time chat, and you are right. My dad. So my dad was an art teacher, and he loved Bob Ross. He loved it. And now there's like a 24-hour. Just hearing Bob Ross makes me yawn. But now there's like a 24-hour Bob Ross channel, right, on YouTube. Pretty crazy. Okay, should I be seeing water? Or those buildings? I don't see any lakes down here. You know what? We've also, though, fallen off the interstate just a little bit. So I'm not sure if the interstate's back that way a little or what, but this Wright-Patterson should be a fairly easy waypoint to find visually. Man, look at that little farm country with just the river running through it. That's awesome. That is really awesome. In the book, they talked again a lot about part of why they liked flying through Ohio was that it was as far west as either of them had ever been. But they also liked it because they liked how everything was just kind of farmlands that more or less ran east and west. And I'm thinking to myself, man, you should fly through South Dakota. That's really nothing but east and west. Ooh, we've got, what do we got? Is that like a little airstrip? What is that? Some kind of a, I don't think that's an airstrip. It looked, as our friend Slant Alpha would say, suspiciously airstrippy. We're not above, by the way, hitting any grass strips along the way. Here comes our interstate and probably our railroad tracks as well. Greetings from Indy Center. Oh, that's you. Flyboy, thank you again. It's a pleasure to meet you. And yeah, we were talking a lot about how this is one of those airspaces that's it's not one that most people think about when they think about, you know, fun places to fly, but I can't understand why. It's got like everything that you want. It's Scotty, thank you for the gifted subscription to Flyboy. Flyboy 3K, but yeah, it's got everything. It's got the small bush airstrips. It's got lots of GA stuff. It's got the bigger class Bravos if you want to. You know, it's got challenging weather in the winter up at the lake. I mean, it's like it's got everything. Some cargo hubs. Like, it's just a really, I don't know, I've always thought it's a really fun place to fly. And part of it too is because I've got some friends that some flight sim friends that are from Ohio, and they you know, they give you all the secret spots, right, to go hit. And but yeah, I don't know, it's our the Indian Ohio area, you know, kind of that in between Indy Center and Cleveland Center areas. But those two spots, Cleveland and Indy, are just, to me, like, they're, I don't know, I just have so much to offer. This looks like something to kind of take a closer look at. Yeah, it's just part of a guy's field, right? Yeah, let's stay mission focused here. In some regards, like, Indy Center has some of the best flying that you can have as far as Ohio goes.
Welcome to Pop
I
Culture.
don't know, it's just really, this is a cool area. Thanks for the follow. You now have access, by the way, Flyboy 3K, 3KC, Flyboy, probably not saying that right, but anyway, you have access to like a dozen of the best emotes that you can make on Google Drawing, plus a few that actually are professionally done. So, does D8 Mike, does this turn into night? Affirm. And actually, oh no, computer decided to freeze up on Indy Center. Dang. All right, we'll be here. I actually have bumped the time back, Mike. It is right now quite late at night there in Ohio. I mean, it's almost midnight, but I wanted to give you guys like a little bit of a sunset approach, I guess. But yeah, it's I like to run it normally real time, real weather, but sometimes it just doesn't quite work. Like this plane, obviously you don't fly at night. It doesn't have any instrument lights. It doesn't have any lights at all on it. So yeah, you have to fly at daytime VFR. The other thing about Indy Center that I think is appealing. Let me check and see where I'm at here with this. Okay, yeah, we're just north of the field now. There we go. We've got there it is right there. We'll do a little low pass at the Air Force Base. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base coming up here. Anyway, it like what I think is cool about it is it has a good volume of traffic where, like, you know, I know it's pretty quiet right now, but that's because it's in the middle of the night on a Saturday, but it has enough airfields that, you know, unless like Indianapolis is hosting a Friday night op or something like that, like things get spread out. It's got enough Class Charlies and the Class Bravos and in and around the airspace, like it disperses the traffic nicely. So if you're someone who is a little bit maybe a little bit less confident in being on VATSIM, like this is one of the places that would be a great place to you know, to cut your teeth. Well, you guys heard at the beginning of the stream, right? The center controller was talking to a newer pilot who was thought he was programming in and entering and flying his hold correctly when he didn't. He actually made a mistake, and so the controller had a chance because, you know, they weren't slammed to kind of walk him through it and give him a couple of pointers, and anyway, it was that's the kind of place that you like to have when you're starting out, and then when Indianapolis does host an FNO, yeah, which can get hopping, then you're ready, and then you come in there, you can see them kind of at full strength. So, and then we also busted our first airspace of the night. We flew right into the Delta before we were given clearance, so that was not good on our part. 2-3 right, and some random buildings out there. Not sure what's going on there. One side probably is the terminal. The other side is probably the military side of things, or the passenger side versus the cargo side. Not 100% sure, but here's our low pass. Just because we can slippy slip, just for the heck of it. Meanwhile, there's a C-17 that's waiting patiently for us to fly this 3-mile long runway here. Indy, as the whole facility, has a decent amount of traffic. Yeah, but that's the point. I guess I'm not doing a very good job of making is that the like it's just right in my mind. Like well, tonight I stepped on a couple of guys, but
Fairway 36, are you on frequency? Sorry about that, my computer froze up.
you know, like sometimes when you're flying into New York or Atlanta or LA, like you can't get a word in edgewise.
It's going to maintain 4,000, and you can expect.
Or if you're trying to get clearance and there's only center controller on, like forget about it, right? But up here, I think it's just about right. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I guess I just have always enjoyed flying up here.
Flapper 11816, Indy Center, are you still with me?
I'm with you.
Roger.
Happy little clouds floating around, having a good time.
Yeah,
That's
it's 86,
right.
87, you still on frequency?
Say hello, that is right. All right, now I've got to get back on track here.
Turkish
So-
2 Alpha Yankee, are you still here?
277. Let's fly that course. We've got 37 miles to go. I can reset my clock now, or my stopwatch.
Indy Center, Jazz 86.
270. So we'll call it 280.
Jazz 86, 87, Indy Center.
There'll be
welcome
some
back.
drift, I'm
My
sure.
computer decided to alt F4
And
itself.
there's the
Cross Akbar at flight level
greater
30.
Dayton area down there. You can see the downtown.
Okay, yeah,
that's
cross
pretty cool.
Akbar at flight level 33.
And what am I looking
Yeah, I
for
was wondering if you see
About
if I missed the
36.
transmission and go to Unicom or something.
About 36
Yeah,
miles.
no, it decided to black screen itself, but I just ended up restarting it because it gives me memory errors before that gets up to the left aspect. But,
Sorry, not 36 miles. Well, 36 miles, about 36 minutes. We're doing, yeah, about a mile a minute right now, guys. Yeah, I've been impressed, and my friends from this part of the world have told me this, but like until you fly low and slow, you don't realize how many like little farmer strips there are, or little strips cut out of the hills, or it's just like, wow, this is, yeah. I'm happy that this lake kind of took me through here. Well, Flyboy, you know what we need to do is we need to...
The Dayton altimeter 3004.
04-816. We need to coordinate something with you. I'm one of the admins for the Virtual USA Flying Club, and we do like to coordinate with folks as far as setting up. See if I can get this pulled up. Yeah. Our whole goal has been to promote general aviation traffic on VATSIM, and we love to coordinate with different facilities and do events. So I might try to message you, because I've got an event planned for July, but I could use an August event, and it's nothing extravagant. We just a simple fly-in is fun, but it's nice to know, like, from the locals, if you will, like, again, what would be a cool place to fly in, and when would be a good time to do it. What's the best way to request ATC. We'd like to give you guys flight following, or request flight following services, things like that, because we just, if you're going to take time to be online, we'd like to be able to give you some traffic. So you have one in August between Evansville and Owensboro, I think. Oh, there you go, perfect. That'd be awesome.
Sorry about that.
Maybe maybe I'll try to look into that and see. But yeah, man, we would love to coordinate with you. And you know, we don't bring as many people as like the pilot club or anything like that, but yeah, we'll have 20 to 25 planes that come into an event, you know, sort of depending on what it is. And sometimes, you know, we set the event up to, like, you know, try not to talk to ATC, because we'll coordinate like a special VFR transition through, you know, Los Angeles on a Saturday, right? So we'll try to, you know, we'll see if we can fly that without talking, but in general, like, we really do try to work with the ATC and get our members it's more comfortable being on VATSIM. Look at this place. What the heck's going on here? Hogwarts School for the Gifted or what? Giant grain refinery place, isn't it? A couple of odd-shaped buildings over here. I do have my some of my settings turned down a little bit, even though I'm a little stuttery right there, but yeah, good old grain elevator. My grandson would love the trains. He is a train fanatic. The last pilot club that you guys covered had a disappointing showing. Yeah, that's not like them. They're usually really, really strong as far as their numbers. But yeah, I mean, I think it just depends on, you know, the day and all that stuff. Everybody has to work, and so you try to find a time that works best for everybody.
Sherman 36, speed your discretion
But
to Redbird.
it's tough. You don't always get that done. Colonel Fork 85, hey, holy cow, welcome.
Established with ILS 35 left.
Welcome. I love your work, dude. Welcome in. All right, the EVVOWB event would be a good one. All right, cool. Very nice. Very nice. We'll check it out for sure. Low and slow is the way to go. You know that, man. You know that. I know you do a lot of that on your channel as well. That's for sure. I'm having some frame issues here right now. My lossless scaling is actually slowing me down a little bit. Let me unscale here for a minute. I have been running that thing for a little while. Let's leave it off for just a little bit. One thing that I can't get over, though, is even though it is beautiful, lush, green country, and there's a lot of people that live out here. I mean, there's a lot of, everywhere you look, there's a house.
Jazz 8687, leaving my airspace to the west, Kansas City offline. Frequency change is approved. See you later.
Over to the dark side. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Jazz 8687.
So, Flyboy, do you do anything other than control on the network? Do you fly yourself, or what kind of stuff do you enjoy doing aviation related? Maybe you're a real life pilot. I mean, it's so interesting to hear everybody's story. just never know. We are hopefully running into the interstate here in just a little bit, guys. That's my main goal. 36 minutes, and my phone is about dead, so it keeps cutting off my timer. And we're about 8 minutes in. Oops. Thinking we just went by Brookville. Fox Islands, yeah. Mackinac, yeah.
If you're looking for the interstate on your present line of flight, it's just a hair under 8 miles.
I appreciate that, date 16. Colonel Fork, we actually have an event coming up at Mackinac Island, but yeah, the Fox Islands are awesome. What an awesome place to fly. The Great Lakes in general is another really cool area. If I was more confident in my navigation, my dead reckoning, I would have just flown directly to Richmond. But what I want to do is I want to pick up. So my hope is somewhere here around Lewisburg we'll start seeing the interstate, and then I'm going to be looking for this junction right here. And at this junction, I'm going to turn and head in to toward Richmond. If I miss this junction, I should see the town. I'm going to head down south. Currently, the weather is reported at 290 at 4. So it looks to me like we're going to be, we could take either 3-3 or 2-4, couldn't we?
Serving 36, runway 35 left for the wind with 2703.
Left-hand pattern 2-4. Left-hand pattern to tree. We'll have to contemplate that. Haven't flown in a while in the network, but you want to, again, pretty much all your time here is doing ATC. Yep, you have a passion for aviation in real life. On a long hiatus from flight training for your PPL, unfortunately. I want to get back to that. Live ATC is a staple of your listening time. Yeah, oh man, yeah. No doubt about it. Love that live ATC. And that's how you picked up a lot of your own comms work. Well, hey, I tell you what, I appreciate your approach, your style, and I don't know if our paths have crossed before, but you made a really good first impression on me with that new pilot that was trying to fly the hold, and he clearly messed it up. And I've seen controllers kind of rip into new pilots, and I really liked the way you handled it. It was good. It was a really, I mean, you grew that pilot tonight, and he's going to come back. He's going to get better. He's going to come back, and he's going to be better because of it. So, and I think he also, so many new pilots, they get scared off of ATC because they are afraid to make a mistake, even though making mistakes are inevitable. Heck, I busted the Delta 5 minutes into my flight tonight, and that was just a dumb mistake, but stuff happens, right? But I'm old and tired and worn out, and I've made so many mistakes it doesn't bother me. But for those new pilots, like the way you handled him probably will keep him coming back, you know, versus if somebody would have bit his head off, he might have been like, yeah, screw that, I'm going to go play Grand Theft Auto or something like that. So used to live under that O'Hare Bravo shelf. Ooh, on the C90 Tracon. Hey, baby. Now you live under the EVB Tracon in Indy. Nice. that's awesome.
Driven 36 City Center, exit right when able.
Oh, there's got to be a farmer strip around here somewhere, doesn't there? Come on. Come on. Nothing.
Driven 36 looks like you made the right turn there at Gulf. Exit right at Gulf, taxi to the ramp by Gulf. Nice.
How accurate are the maps? Very. Very, very. That's, so D8, the one thing that this particular sim is noted for is its imagery. So this is actually this is live, or not live, but well, it's injected into the game live, but it's actual imagery, satellite imagery with then the game builds the trees up where the trees are, puts the traffic where the roads are, puts the houses where the houses are. But yeah, if you were to take a look at, you know, Google Maps, you would see exactly, I mean, pretty darn close to what we're seeing right here. Sometimes the scenery varies a little bit depending on what, like sometimes you'll have newer imagery like on Bing than you will on Google, but yeah, it's really makes flying VFR especially really enjoyable, because the lakes are where they're supposed to be, the roads are where they're supposed to be, the towns, everything's where it's supposed to be. So yeah, to your point about pilots not wanting to talk on ATC, you just sent a contact me to an aircraft entering from the north and they immediately disconnected. They're so, like, it's funny because it's and not the first one. Yeah, it's just so funny that they, I don't know. And there's so many things now on VATSIM, the first wings and the Boston virtual training and the VATStar. I mean, there's so many things available to new pilots, but there still are some that just have stage fright. I don't know. Like that tower right there is where it is in real life. Yep. Yeah, so flight sim is, if you're not a flight simmer, it is a very small kind of niche sort of community. And yeah, people sort of wonder about, like, what's the point? Like, you're not really, you don't have a mission, you're not scoring points, you're not doing any of that stuff. But for us, it's like our whole goal is to try to create a flight from point A to point B and fly it as close to you as what would happen in the real life as possible. So that includes everything from talking to air traffic to managing your plane, the startup procedure, you know, managing the engine and the fuel and all that, you know, planning for weather and things of that nature. So, like, it rarely, as goofy as it sounds, rarely do you complete a flight where you are like 100% as far as like you did everything exactly like you should have, like a real world pilot would have. And that's kind of what's cool about it, because you can fly between the two airstrips basically back to back, and they would be different flights because time of day would be different, weather would be different, traffic would be different, like all that stuff. And all that stuff affects your airplane, you know, the performance. Anyway, it's just, like I say, it's there's a small group of us that we geek out on this kind of stuff. So anyway, if they're afraid, they're not going to get any better unless they actually do it. Yep, you're right. And I think, though, Flyboy, what you did tonight with that one guy, that one pilot, that's how we overcome this, because we need young people in flight simming and in aviation in general, right? So that's how you do it. I think it's just one pilot at a time. And I know you can't always take the time that you took to talk about, like, how do you set up a hold in your FMC and all this. And I'm like, you can't always do that, I know, but you also didn't have to do that tonight, and you did. So anyway, I just want to tell you that made a good first impression. So the bigger problem that you find is people don't know how to fly the airplane properly. Yeah, and your personal standards, fly offline first to make sure you're good with your own fleet. Yep, and I know that, I hear that a lot, and I'm not an ATC, but I've got enough friends in my community that are, and that's exactly what they talk about. Because the problem is not just that we don't have a lot of, you know, that pilots are afraid to talk to air traffic controllers. It's that our ATC, our online controllers, are getting so frustrated with pilots that don't know what they're doing that they're not wanting to control anymore, and then that's, you know, so there's a shortage there, which is not good for anyone. But anyway, might have to watch some more streams. Well, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things, you know. It's like if you're growing up as a youngster, you probably like airplanes, or you like trains, or you like, you know, you like big trucks or something, right? And so I guess I just never grew up. the voice that you hear that do my voiceovers, that's my grandson, and he's 7 right now. He's actually here. He's part of why I'm streaming so late, is that you know, I had to wait till I put him to bed. But anyway, I was his age when my grandpa took me up in the Cessna, which is November 11816. That's why I use the tail number I do. And so, you know, I'm hoping to kind of just plant the seed a little bit with him. Obviously I'm not a real world pilot, so I can't do the same thing that my grandpa did, but I also have him. He's on the sim quite a bit. And anyway, so yeah, for those of you that are just tuning in, by the way, first of all, my name is Brant. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Melvin Leroy channel. Melvin was my grandpa, and he was the one that got me interested in aviation. And so that's what this channel is. It's a chance to sort of pay homage to him, I guess, and later on reconnect with my own grandchildren via the sim. So anyway, yeah, Flyboy, if you're not busy, you don't have a problem doing what you know when you're dealing with the busy airspace, yeah, the new pilots yeah, make your life and your counterparts much more difficult. Completely agree. Well, I'm hoping that between kind of what you are trying to do and what we're trying to do with the group like Virtue USA Flying Club, there's a huge instructional component to that as well. I think this is maybe our interchange here. Yeah, I'm gonna turn. I need to go ahead and talk to center here. I think it's time to turn and head towards Richmond. Let's wait till we get the field inside, then we'll cancel flight following. But yeah, I think there's our interchange. So let's head. What do I need to do here? About 220. All right, here we go. And Richmond is on 122.7. Let's get heading 220. We almost go, not quite. This is the local frequency that you talk to traffic here at East Richmond Municipal. We'll have that set ready to go. Alright, cool. And with any luck, we'll pick up the field here. Nerd with Wings, hey man, it's going great. Shoot, I'm in the Piper Club, flying low and slow with a bunch of good friends, good company. Yeah, life is good, dude. I've got my son and his wife and my 2 grandkids are home, and they've been visiting for about a week, and I'm on a little summer vacation. I don't know how it could get much better, dude. I went fishing with everybody a couple days ago, and yeah, man, it's been a good run. J Jibs, first time chatter, welcome. Don't think any of us here are unwilling to explain. Yeah, if you're not stupid busy. Yeah, no doubt about that. But you just can't tell. Yeah, you can't take the time to tell everybody how to fly their plane. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, life is good, man. I'm blessed. I can't understand why, but I am. D8 probably. There's probably like there's probably also quite a few people that are like me. Like I'm not a professional pilot. I'm not a real life pilot. I'm just a flight sim enthusiast, or an aviation enthusiast. So I'm just a simmer. But yeah, most of the people that bounce around between these channels have a real life connection in one way, shape, or form. All right, I'm gonna put this center controller to work here. Center November 11816. Yes, sir. We were thinking we were turning towards Richmond Municipal, but I'm not 100% sure that we are right on the dot. Any chance we could get a vector toward the field?
November 11816, turn right heading 6270. Richmond is about 12 miles.
Turn too soon.
269 to 270 heading.
All right, yeah, I turned way too soon. Thank you for that, 11816. Turned way too soon. Ooh, wait, hey, looky there. We might have lights, runway lights. Scotty, you'd be as far away from the profession as anyone could be. Yeah. Whoops. Let's stay focused here. And I try to tell, Flyboy, I try to tell everybody that I possibly can that exact same thing. Like we're all here to learn. We all want to make this sim the most realistic experience that we possibly can. And you can't have a realistic experience if your pilots don't know what they're doing with their aircraft. So the only way to learn is to actually spend some hours flying, and then spend some more hours, reading about and watching instructional videos, and then the last component is actually going live and talking to a real person. And I know this say intentions ATC stuff is going to help, right? It is, because people are more apt to talk to a computer than they are a real person. But like at some point in time, you have to get over that fear of talking to a live person. And yeah, so I hope that that message, again, it's just a grassroots thing, and there's not a ton of us. It's not like there's millions and millions of flight simmers, But anyway, you're a CDL person by trade, but want to get into aviation at some point. Nice, yeah. It's generally speaking, Mike, it's just a good group of people. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but flight simmers are just some of the most generous and kind people. I don't know. I don't know what it is about our nature, or I don't know. It just yeah. And some, there's some people that Ooh, that looks... Is that an airstrip pass? I don't think it is because of the way it butts up against the trees. Let's take a look though. Make a low pass, but anyway, there are some that are pretty arrogant, you know, but you get that in every profession. But I think the simming community, I don't know, everybody's just been incredibly nice, generous to me with their time and experience and knowledge. And I don't know, this could be something. Looks like there's a big lip here at the... Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's just part of the field. Tell you what, it's a one-way in, one-way out deal, though, isn't it? Yeehaw, you're not making it over these trees very easy. Alright, back we go. Westbound. Westbound. Yeah, Mike, I tell you what, we'll suck you in, man, and you'll never get out. We all tell our significant others that it's way cheaper than the real thing, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure it's that much cheaper. The amount of money I spend on add-ons, sometimes I could rent a Cessna 172 for a lot of hours. Not all controllers are created equal. Yep, you always try to go for the highest realism that you're capable of giving at an amateur level. And yeah, no, and I tell you what, I don't know. I speak for not everyone, but I think most of my simming friends would say that is very much appreciated. And Indy Center, November 11816.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We've got the Richmond Municipal Field in sight. I'd like to go ahead and cancel flight following services at this time.
November 11816, roger, no traffic observed between you and the Richmond Airport. Squawk and maintain VFR, frequency change group, connect.
Alright, Squawk and maintain VFR. Appreciate this ATC, nice meeting you, and hopefully we'll see you real soon, 11816. Alright. Switch it over. We go VFR. Whoops, we're not 7,000 in the... oh well. We'll be 7,000 for right now, because I'm on short final. 7,000 is the VFR spot code for European airspaces. We're 1,200 here. I don't think I can do it in time. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Boom. Enter. Boom. Dude, there we go. Enter, enter, enter. Alright, beautiful. Okay. Richmond Municipal Traffic. Red Cub 11816 is 5 miles to the east of the field. Inbound Richmond traffic. Yeah, a unique community in a good way. That's a nice way to put it. Nice way to put it. I think we're gonna shoot 2-4, whatever these. Yeah, I think we're gonna shoot 2-4 here. Flyboy's hoping to get the schedule figured out when you can be online more consistently. Yeah, no, I plan a lot of my streams around, well, not just my streams, but even when I'm flying, you know, off stream. Like, if I've got a controller that I know is online, I'll like that'll be in my flight plan. So yeah, for sure, if you've got a way to communicate that with me and or with the rest of the community, I think that's a good thing. All right, Richmond, by the way, is 1,140 feet. We are not quite, we're not at pattern altitude, let's just say that. Let's try to at least get up to 2,000 feet. I do, yeah. If you just look for Melvin Leroy on my YouTube channel, might even be do I have a YouTube? I might not have a YouTube. Yeah, just search for Melvin Leroy on YouTube. It'll have all my flights, and yeah, they're just there's nothing professionally done. It's just archived video. It's all stuff that I'm saving so that one day my grandkids will. Thanks, Scotty. My grandkids will discover it, and then they'll be able to spend time hanging out with me, even if they're a long ways away. All right, I think that's what did I say, 2-2. We've got 3-3 and 2-4, I guess. Yeah. At Richmond Muni traffic, red Piper is entering left base runway 24, Richmond. All right, thanks, Mike. Yeah, you and you actually kind of caught my channel at a good time. We just took a trip, my grandson and I and a good family friend. We took a trip and we saw the locomotive Big Boy 4014. It came through not too far away from where I live, and so we went down and had a visit and got a little up close and personal with it. And I posted a couple of videos of that trip with the three of us running around. That's about the only thing I do put on the channel that's not aviation. Because I do like to put some train stuff on if I can. Well, here we go, guys. We have almost made it to the end of the first day, and it's kind of funny in the book. The boys were coming in. This is not, I don't think, the field that they actually were landing in. They were landing at a Stearman crop duster strip that was east of the town of Richmond, and it was a fair amount later than it was right now. It was actually like dark enough that they were having trouble seeing where they were landing, but you know, they had pushed it. They wanted to make it to Indiana, and they did end up making it. And it's a really neat part of the story because they met my favorite character in the book, Hank the Stearman Man, and he's only mentioned for a couple of pages, not even a full chapter. But here at this little crop duster strip is where they met, and they spent the first night. They camped out under the wing, and I mean, just the whole living the dream thing. A couple of teenage boys that had flown all the way from the East Coast to Richmond, Indiana. They were so happy to call their dad that night. The dad was waiting for him to check in, and they're like, man, he's gonna freak out when he finds out that we're already in Indiana. And sure enough, he did. I see 2-4. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I've got a lot of buildings over there, so it's going to kind of be one of those default places. Windsock is just hanging there. Limp as can be. Yeah, I'm a little long. A little long. Be nice and gentle with her. My rudder pedals are a little sensitive. And this next taxiway I think will be good. There's the crosswind runway. See if we can get her shut down here for Bravo. Brakes don't work very well on this plane. Nope, we're not going to get that one. That's alright. We're almost at the end anyway, so. This plane, for being as small and light as it is, like you can get it stopped fairly quickly, but you have to really drag it in at the bottom of the power curve. And right there, I was carrying a little more speed than I really wanted to, but with a nice long runway, you don't have to be quite as precise as maybe you would on some of the other shorter strips. But all right, there's our. Oh, we got a little displaced threshold here, even. Yeah. Oh, Flyboy was streaming earlier today too. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to jump over right now. I just gave you a follow there, Flyboy. That'd be awesome. Yeah, yeah. Doing some trying to get that part of it figured out. Oh, very cool, very cool. East Richmond traffic. Red Cub is clear of runway 24, East Richmond. All right. Starting to get kind of dark in my area here, and my lamp is starting to kind of wash out everything. So anyway, well, cool. I look forward to checking that out. Love seeing those ATC scopes, seeing that side of the scope. I mean, well, welcome to East Richmond, guys. Sorry that there are no buildings here. This place has potential to look pretty darn cool. I did look also to see, with all of my strips that I land, I tried to go out on the TO and look to see if there's, you know, some add-on scenery, and they just wasn't anything for this one. There was one for Dayton, which is pretty decent. Of course, we talked about Columbus. Columbus has a cool one as well. But, yeah, this one here doesn't really have anything, so that's alright. Alright, we'll let things kind of wind down here, and I'm not sure how long you let it idle, but apparently it helps cool the engine if you just let it idle for a little bit. You're trying to remedy the fact that the ATC streams are few and far between in the U.S. I would agree with that, and like I can probably count on one hand the ATC streams that I know about. So that's good. I'm glad you're doing that, because again, I think the more that you do that, the more you get the word out, you know, and people get comfortable. It's just all part of the process. So we're topping off again for our next flight. Got both fuel and oil, And I'm going to go ahead and put the tie downs on. We'll put the chocks so they're in already. And yeah, we kind of put her to bed here, guys. Well, that was a lot of fun. You know, I appreciate you coming out. It was kind of spur of the moment. It's been that kind of a night, right? But still, that's really fun. And to just kind of fly at a different time and meet some new friends. And yeah, so I am, let's see here. I'm just looking here. Man, there's some good choices even this late at night. Holy cow. Gosh, I don't know. There's a lot of good choices, guys. So we are going to do this. We're going to go over and say hello to Cargo Fire. But before we do that, let's go ahead and cue the outro.
Thanks for watching my papa.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so very much. Always a pleasure flying with you guys. But man, tonight was just, it got a little crazy. Thank you for the new follows, the new friends, Colonel Fork 85, Flyboy 3CK, Fast Fly, and I don't think I said thank you to Chov1D Cresp. I'm not probably saying that one correctly, but thank you for the follow. And then we had Pedro Dowd also coming in with the follow. And then how about D8 Mike with the 10-pack of gift subs to Carp 4, to Pat Dog 35, to Rival Hockey, to Protec, to Jamaican Runner, to Quas, to Storm Talker, to Cacroat 7800, to Airbus 737, and to Coward Creek Barbecue. Thank you so very much again, Mike. That is awesome. And Scotty, thank you for gift subbing to D8 Mike. Yeah, got it, man. That's really nice of you as well. Scotty Dahati is one of the biggest supporters of our channel, and again, just an awesome streamer in his own right. So if you haven't already, make sure you click on Scotty's name and give that dude a follow. Terrible Guitarist, also thank you for the follow. Continuum, thank you for the raid. Montana Dude, thank you for the raid. Jeffrey B, thank you for the raid. And also the 1,000 bits tonight. And yeah, geez Louise, I think we're just about caught up here. Scotty Dahati, thanks for the gift sub. Also to Flyboy 3CK. Whew, yeah, that was a lot. You guys are, again, incredible. And appreciate you just being here. Am planning on being back Tuesday, and hopefully, you know, we'll see kind of how it shakes out. Who knows? There might be something in between now and then. It's summertime after all, so things get a little loose as far as the schedule goes. But I will let you know on the Discord if something is cooking. So. All right, let's head over to our friend Cargo Fire and see what he's up to. And again, thanks for everybody coming in. We will see you on Tuesday. Can't wait to fly with you again. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Sunday, and I will see you real soon. Uh-oh, I screwed up the raid. It was going to be a pro outro here. Did I misspell his name? I bet I did. I misspelled his name. Yeah, that'd be just like me. All right, there we go. We're heading over. All right, guys, take care. God bless.